Hey everybody, it's Brute Squad back again with some more OpenTTD. We're looking at the Waterston Park City area, and the metro line that used to just run between the two, but now it also goes somewhere else. Before I show you where that is, let's talk about cities a bit. I've got the city list to the left here on the screen, and the astute among you may notice that there's an addition. There's an extra city. Lexington has been added to the list. You might remember from the last episode we had around $82 million, and now we have about $30 million. So we spent about $52 million and some change to found a new city. So here's the new metro, the Lexington Metro. So it now is also absorbing this line that used to run just between these two towns. And for this episode, we're going to go ahead and follow that. And while we're doing that, I'm going to talk about some goals that I have for the series now that we've connected all the cities. So we'll pull into Waterston Park. I do have an extension here. I'm planning to extend this down to another town further south to Burnside. Just haven't done that yet. I'll have to get this depot out of the way and do some other things, but that should be coming soon, probably in the next episode. So, and then we'll be on our way to Park City. And we have the little coal lines running between them too. Very scenic. So, for the series, since we've connected all the cities, and in the last episode I mentioned that I might be wanting to look at a different map, instead I do want to be able to continue with this series, since we've spent so much time on it, and so I've set up some goals for myself for this city, for this series, and that should keep us going for at least a while longer. So what I want to do now that we've gotten everything connected, we want to get some more towns on the map. Right now there are 41 towns total, including the one that I've just added, which is Lexington, which will be coming into view here shortly. Yeah, it's just been founded, so it's only got a little over 1,000 people, but it should start growing soon. It is a city, and it started as a medium-sized city, and it's already up to growing every 76 days, so expect that to start getting going pretty rapidly. Got a little tram line running. I'll probably need to add another tram soon. And then this metro network, there's not going to be a direct train connection to Lexington, I don't think. There's just going to be the metro network that reaches out to all of the surrounding towns. So Waterston Park is one of those. Now we're going to head up to Bardwell, which is kind of out of the way. And then we'll come on back to Lexington. So while we're on the way there, we've got some scenic ride through the countryside a bit. So I want to get up to 60 cities. We have 41 now, so that's going to be 19 more towns that need to be founded on the map, and at least around 22 million for a small town that's not a city. That's going to take a little while to get going. We'll have to get to earning some good cash before we can get all of this founded, but I think it can be done. I do want to try and maintain the ratio that we currently have of one city per 8 towns, and so those will be about 50 million apiece to found, so we are going to need some serious cash to get all of those founded. So that's going to be the first goal, is to get to 60 towns rather. The next goal I want to get to in conjunction with that is to get 500,000 people on the map, for the entire map. Right now we're at about 120,000, 118,000, let's see. Yep, 120,000. And so that's just a matter of letting all the cities grow. And I'm not sure if we will hit that, if I think that that is too conservative. We've gotten only 50 cities and we're already nearly there. Then maybe I'll up that cap. And kind of stretch the goal to maybe 1 million. But for now, we'll leave it at 500,000. And the third thing I want to accomplish along with that is to have one of two things. Either one city with 100,000 population, which would probably be Linden at this current rate of progress, or to have 3 towns with 50,000 population apiece. If we look at the town list, Linden is well on its way to being 50,000, so it's more than halfway there. We're at about 28,000. And the next one behind is Maysville at 9,500. And then we've got 2 cities that are about 7,500, almost 8,000. I expect Lexington will get to climbing up the list pretty well. It is a city and it is already growing fairly quickly for having just been founded. Here we are coming back to Lexington. And so those will be the goals for the series, and that's going to be, so to recap this, we want 60 cities, we have 41 now. We have 500,000 people on the map, we have 120,000 now. And we want either a city with 100,000 population or 3 with 50,000 population. And right now, the biggest city we have is Linden at 28,000. And that's gonna be the goal for the series. For the rest of this episode, we're gonna just see where its third line goes to. We've got 2 metro stations in Lexington, so I'm anticipating some good growth there. And now we're gonna go off through to the east, through a bit of the mountains here. This route would have been a bit difficult for trains, but with the train length of 3 for the metro trains and their fast acceleration, this should be no problem. And here we are on our way to Anchorage, I think. Yes. Here we are at Anchorage. Let's see, it's growing every 48 days. It's not too bad. Let's, while we're looking at this, get a road bridge going here. There we go. Got some room to grow out there. And we're going to wind our way along this hill up to Somerset, and then back down to Lexington. Zoom out a bit and have a look. Somerset's going pretty well. So now, in addition to the circular route that we have going around Waterston Park to Burnside to Bardwell and so on, we now have a metro network that kind of goes directly between them all. And here's Lexington in the middle, so you can get an idea of where things sit on the map. And here we are on the big map. So finally we have our 6th city on the map. So we have Lexington is here. Dover and Muldrow are up here. Those are our other 2 cities in this area. And then Maysville and Brooksville over here on the far west side, and Linden here in the corner. That's growing out of control still. So I would, again, with maintaining the proper ratio of cities, which is 1 to 8, with 60 towns, that's probably going to be 2 more cities, and so those will want to be on this side of the map somewhere. perhaps in this area near Graymore, between Graymore and Edgewood. I'm not sure where the other one's going to go. Maybe down here, north of Bardwell. That could be a good place for it. But those are just musings about that. So I don't know. I'm not going to 100% commit to those locations yet. On this metro line between Lexington and Bardwell, I do see several spots that are going to be pretty good for placing a town or two. Let's get rid of the trees, and you can see how the land lays there. So we could easily get one along this lake side, and maybe one up here, and connect them to the metro as well. This is going to be a little more problematic because of all the hills. And we could put another one here between Park City and Lexington. That's also possible. There are plenty of other places along the train line on the map, and that's probably where I'll put most of the towns, is along the current train lines. And then that will get the passengers up, and then we'll start getting more and more trains. You can see there's already quite a few going along here, going through the Clinton station. So, and then I'll continue to just run the game and continue to develop the cities, and with those goals in mind, and just update you along the way. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.